So these convenience store brands, the key ones being 7-Eleven and Family Mart, could they potentially become such global brands as the food service brands KFC, Subway or McDonald's? Well, at the moment, only 7-Eleven can claim to have a global reach, which covers about 20 markets. Family Mart is really only present in Asia. So Family Mart and 7-Eleven want to enter new markets, both emerging markets and developed markets. And they will use franchise stores to expand their presence across numerous markets, but it's quite a distance for them to reach the sort of global coverage that food service brands are now having already. And in the near future, we can't see this happening without major takeovers and acquisitions. There are quite a lot of interesting factors that are driving growth in convenience stores. In particular, new concepts are showing that convenience stores are moving into a different area. In particular, they're trying to target food service outlets by having this sort of hot food, fresh food corners, fresh coffee, for example. And a lot of the convenience store operators are actually the major grocery retailers in these markets. For example, Carrefour in France is at the forefront of these new concepts with Carrefour City Café, for example, that they're just testing, and Carrefour Express that they are also starting to test in a few cities, rebranding some of these other convenience store banners into the Carrefour brand. This is a key element of Carrefour's strategy to make its brand stand out not only in the large formats but in the small formats of convenience stores, and that enables them to use their private label assortment at these convenience stores and offer lower prices in these stores than other retailers can achieve. Casino is also following a similar strategy with the Chez Jean concept, which offers a sitting area for customers to have coffee. And this is a key element in a way that Casino wants to target shoppers in the morning, having their coffee with a pastry, and when they come back from work, having the opportunity to do their grocery shopping in the same stores. So that means that they build footfall throughout the whole day, rather than having shoppers coming only once during the day. So in North America, there are some quite different trends to other convenience retailing markets in the way that the petrol stations are much more important, and the market is also much more fragmented than in Asia Pacific and in a lot of the European markets. 7-Eleven and Circle K, which are the two main operators, only account for about 30% of sales in the US, which leaves 70% for all these smaller regional operators. And there's a trend towards consolidation. I mean, only this year, 7-Eleven bought the Wilson Farms chain in upstate New York, which has about 200 stores. They will be converted to 7-Eleven, and this will obviously make the brand more prominent across the US. There are two very interesting emerging markets in terms of convenience stores that are showing how the convenience store environment could evolve in other emerging markets, and they are Mexico and Russia, because both of these markets have a major domestic player which dominates the market. So in Russia, it's Magnet. They've already got more than 1,000 stores, but they plan another 800 only in 2011. In Mexico, we have Oxxo, which is also a major operator and reaches well beyond other domestic retailers in terms of its total number of outlets. There are going to be a few challenges for convenience stores to keep the pace of expansion and maintain their profit margins at the same time. In particular, in developed markets, there's a risk of saturation, of having too many stores competing against each other in the same area. They will need to make their store concept adapted to smaller areas. So given the relative saturation of the larger formats, it seems that convenience stores are going to be increasingly important as part of a strategy for global grocery retailers to keep expanding at new locations and target shoppers in the way that they couldn't reach them previously. So we can see that there's quite significant room of expansion in the future for these major operators that can get the concept right that can work with suppliers to get this product assortment and concept really relevant to shoppers' daily needs.